Simulan na naman natin ang weekend volleyball action natin dito sa Phil Oil Flying V Center sa lungsod ng San Juan. As we inch closer to the tail end of our elimination round, mas tumitindi ang mga laban natin. Kaya handa na para magharap ang ating favorite teams at inyong favorite idols. This is ABS-CBN Sports and Actions Live and exclusive coverage of the Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. Now, to kickstart our Saturday doubleheader, we got Motolite going up against BaliPure Purest Water Defenders. And later on at 4 p.m. maghaharap na po ang Chocomucho at ang Philippine Air Force Lady Jet Spikers. You can catch the action right here on SNA HD, Liga HD via iWant.ph and via live streaming on the Philippines' #1 sports website, that is sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/pvl. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Billy Capistrano at makakasama ko ngayon ang napakagandang si Mosey Ravena at syempre ang napakagwapong ang panel at large namin na si Tours Daza. Handa na po kami dito kaya simulan na natin ang saya. Ito po ang PVL 2019.
Welcome PVL fans, it is day 27 of the Open Conference and we've got the Motolite team going up against the BaliPure Purest Water Defenders. For Motolite, they're coming off a 5-setter win as they were able to beat the Petrogas team that were at the #2 spot, so they were the underdogs in that game. And also for BaliPure, they were also the underdogs as they beat Philippine Air Force in a 5-setter. So exciting ang ating game ngayon. We've got batteries and we've got water. So for sure, sparks will fly, Mosey and Billy.
Talagang sparks will fly. And thank you, Tours, for those updates. You're refreshing our minds sa mga nangyari sa ating dalawang koponan in their previous games. And it's nice to see you again, fresh from the beach, the golf. Pares tayo ng skin color ngayon.
Matching.
Right now, Mosey, sabi ko nga kanina, we're inching, to the playoffs, yung semifinals natin. And medyo dikit na dikit yung laban. So kamusta naman yung kalagayan ng ating team standings? How are our teams stacking up against one another at this point in the conference?
Well, as you can see, Motolite is at solo fourth. So medyo maganda may posisyon nila kasi behind at 8-5 and behind them is 6-6 na Pacific Town Army. Pero yung BaliPure, it's actually a better conference for them. But roller coaster ride pa rin yung nangyari sa kanila dito sa conference. Siguro yung consistency in winning, yan pa yung hinahanap ng ating water defenders.
And of course, hindi ito yung first meeting ng ating dalawang koponan. They met last August 25 kung saan tinalo ng Motolite ang BaliPure Purest Water Defenders in 3 straight sets. And they dominated that set #1 and they took that momentum with them and sustained it all throughout that game to be able to clinch that victory.
That is true. Motolite setting the tone right away with 25-9 on the first set and took away the next succeeding sets to win 3s, to winning it in 3. And they managed to have more spike points and aces and points of errors. Talagang total domination almost on the scoring department. And even in the non-scoring skills, talagang kumbaga pumantay lang doon sa reception ang BaliPure, pero lahat na panalo ng Motolite. So will it be a different team now for BaliPure? Kasi alam nila na medyo naging dominant sa kanilang Motolite on their first encounter.
Definitely, but a lot of things have happened since August 25, so we will see how these two teams will fare against one another in this matchup. And Tours, alam mo, in all our coverages, we always want our viewers, our fans to be part of it. So what are all the ways that they can engage with us in conversation today?
That's right, guys. Be sure to tweet us your thoughts and comments on the game. Who you think is going to win. So just tweet us at ABS-CBN Sports at gamitin nyo yung hashtag PVL2019. And be sure to check out our Instagram account at ABS-CBN Sports for exclusive photos. And lastly, be sure to check out the #1 sports website in the Philippines, sports.abs-cbn.com. And lastly, be sure to like, share, and follow our Facebook page at Premier Volleyball League. Malapit na yan sa 1 million likes. We're at 991,604 likes.
Alright, Tours, I have a quick question.
Okay.
Okay, ang quick question natin kay Tours. Tours, with a rate of likes per day, sa tingin mo, ano yung estimate na marireach natin yung 1 million likes?
Well, according to my
May price ka kapag tama to.
calculations, Billy, we're gonna reach the 1 million like once we give away yung TV Plus Go sa 1 million
In
like.
fairness, that was a very good save, and because of that, we are gonna let you go for now. We'll see you later on. But thank you so much for those updates. At kami naman ni Mosey, mga kapamilya, dito lang kami dahil sa aming pagbabalik, mas pag-uusapan namin ang dalawang kuponan na maghaharap sa araw na ito. Ito po ang PVL 2019. Live here at the Phil Oil Flying V Center in San Juan City for your PVL Open Conference Saturday action. Sa ilang sandali na lamang ay maghaharap na po ang Motolite at ang BaliPure Purest Water Defenders. Pero syempre, bago ang lahat, mas pag-uusapan natin ang dalawang kuponan na ito. Starting, Mosey with the BaliPure Purest Water Defenders, of course, who beat the Philippine Air Force Lady Jet Spikers in a very tough 5-set match.
That's right. Exciting match nga yung nangyari dito sa dalawang to. Why? Because una na ngang nanalo ang BaliPure, pero yung Philippine Air Force was able to take 2 and 3. So naging mas exciting dahil napanalo nga ng... it was really a character win for BaliPure, winning the 4th and the 5th set against the seasoned Philippine Army.
Of course, it was a true test of character, and they were down a few sets, but then they bounced back in that 5th set. At makakasama natin ngayon ang 4th best blocker in the league, one of the best blockers for BaliPure, that is Satriani or Sati Espiritu. Kamusta ka naman, Sati?
I'm good po.
Yan. So a few quick questions for you. First off, ano naman yung mga ginawa nyo in that game na kailangan nyo i-replicate or gawin sa laban na to para makuha yung panalo?
Una-una po is, we have to keep our composure po. Kahit ganun ka lamang yung kalaban, kailangan may heart pa rin kami and we have to keep going po.
Ako naman, Sati, question ko sa'yo. Like, this conference, I think you're playing better, actually. And siguro kumakapos lang doon sa consistency nga.
Yes po.
So, anong tingin mo ang remedy dun, para rin, syempre gusto nyo pa rin maipanalo yung mga remaining games nyo?
Una-una kasi kailangan namin makinig muna sa mga coach namin. We have to keep listening to them. Gawin namin yung pinapagawa nila. And we can't just want it. We have to act then. So, yun po. And syempre, resiliency po.
Yes, a lot of quotable quotes from Sati Espiritu today. And thank you so much. And we'll see you later on. Good luck in today's game.
Thank you po.
Now, Mosey, let's talk about that game further. Sabi mo nga, consistency. And a player that was consistent that whole game was no less than their team captain, si Grace Bombita, who was relentless on the court, coming up with 27 big points.
That is true. Si Grace naman talaga, lagi maaasahan. And in 27 points on that game, Menchi Tobiera added 19. And si Sati also chipped in 12 in that match. And yun yung ang maganda doon is the character that they showed us na after the 2-1 deficit, na ipanalo pa rin nila in 5 sets. And that's really good for a team like BaliPure.
And so yung resiliency na yun, kailangan natin makita in today's game. Ngayon sa aming pagbabalik, pag-uusapan naman natin ang Motolite. Ito po ang PVL 2019. You're still watching the Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. You are with me, Billy Capistrano and Mosey Ravena. At ngayon, Mosey, pag-uusapan naman natin ang Motolite, who ended the 8-game winning streak of the Petrogas Angels. And there was a dip in composure by the Angels in sets 2 and 3, and they tried to stage a comeback. Pero, itong Motolite, like BaliPure, they were relentless, and they ended that game with a victory.
That is right. Parang ganun din yung story. This time, Motolite hanging on after losing the first set to that very strong Petrogas team. And sabi mo nga, nabanggit mo, 8-game winning streak na yung Petrogas. Medyo mahirap pasagin yun, but Motolite was able to do that and winning in spikes, in blocks, and even in points of errors. So ang binigay lang nila, aces, na isa lang ang binigay nila more sa Petrogas. At pagdating naman sa puntos, again, Tots Carlos with 20, Isa Molde with 12, and Ganaban also contributed 10 in that game.
And it was a total team effort from Motolite, and they wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have won that game without one of their setters, itong si Fen Imnas na makakasama natin in the panel today. Kamusta ka naman, Fen?
Okay naman pa. Wala ka, hindi ka napawis. Kasi laki-laki. Okay ka na.
Alright, so again, we have a few quick questions for you to start. Ikaw yung starting setter in that game. So it was a very crucial game. Ano yung feeling na ikaw yung nag-start, and how would you assess yung game with that matchup?
Na-excite ako kasi syempre ilang games din akong hindi nakatutong sa game, inside the court. And ayun, parang inisip ko lang na kung ano yung maitutulong ko, kung ano yung pwede kong gawin para sa team.
Well, ako naman tanong ko sa'yo kasi you have power hitters Isa Molde and also Tots Carlos. Pero dito sa game na to, kahit si Ganaban nabigyan mo, so yung spread maganda, dahil double digits sila lahat. So, ikaw ba as a setter, yun ba yung parang gusto mo mangyari na halos lahat pumuntos talaga?
Yes po. Yun po talaga yung ano ko na siguro sa lahat naman din ng setters, gusto is distributed yung bola para din sa blockers ng kabila, sa defense pattern nila.
Yes, kasi minsan, di ba, parang go-to may 1% lang, pero talaga, yun ang tama. May maganda yung spread.
Total team effort nga. Thank you so much, Fen, and good luck in this game. We will see you later on. Thank you for spending some time with us here in the panel.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Alright, Mosey, and sabi mo nga, sabi ko kanina, total team effort. And there's some player talaga who really stepped up for her team. At pinadali yung job ni Fen Imnas ay itong si Tots Carlos, na hindi lang siya, offensive powerhouse in that matchup, but she also contributed gravely on the defensive end.
Sabi nga natin, triple time for Tots, di ba? Dahil talaga namang, di ba, triple-double naman ang ginawa ni Tots in that match. And having 20 points, 21 digs at 15 receptions. So talagang maaasahan dun sa match na yan. And we've known Tots to be that kind of player even in the UAAP. So we really hope na mapatuloy na yan in the remaining games of Motolite para ma-secure din nila, di ba, yung top 4 spot.
So it's gonna be an exciting matchup, very interesting. Itong BaliPure, no pressure for them. Itong Motolite trying to solidify their placement in the Final Four. And of course, we won't be here right now kung walang music that is pumping us up, pumping everybody up. We have DJ Tronics at the helm of our music and trying to play some good tunes. At sa aming pagbabalik, ito na, magsisimula na ang game. But of course, you gotta tweet us first at ABS-CBN Sports gamit ang hashtag na PVL2019. Our Instagram, that's at ABS-CBN Sports, and our Facebook at Premier Volleyball League. And we are also live on iwant.ph, and our website, that's premiervolleyballleague.com. And sabi ko nga kanina, itong si DJ Toys, na-excite kasi ako, ang gaganda ng music na lagi niyang piniplay. And he is right here with us in the Phil Oil Flying V Center. Ngayon sa aming pagbabalik, sisimulan na natin ang laban na ito. This is gonna be the game between Motolite and the BaliPure Purest Water Defenders right here on SNA.
Referee, Mr. Nestor Matematico. Let's call on our starting lineup from our Motolite volleyball team. Let's begin with number 9, Jesma Clarice Ramos. At number 10, Maria Lina Isabel Molde. Number 16, Bernadette Flora. At number 17, Penela Risha Emnas. Number 18, Diana May Carlos. At number 19, Aisha Lane Garnaban. Liberos are number 12, Maria Riel Estraniero. And number 14, Tony Rose Ponce. Head coach, Mr. Godfrey Okumu. Calling on our BaliPure Purest Water Defenders. Team captain is number 22, Graciel Bombita. At number 1, Miracle May Mendoza. Wearing jersey number 2, Satriani Espiritu. At number 8, Menchi Tubiera. Number 9, Vera May Guillema. And number 11, Shirley Salamagos. Liberos are number 3, Jewel Vermilio, and number 5, Glaika Medina. Head coach, Mr. Romel Abelia. This is match number 60, second round.
Back here in the Premier Volleyball League Open Conference, Live at the Phil Oil Flying V Center, you're with me, Beli Capistrana, and Mosey Ravena. Game between Motolite. You can see the starters on their screens. And the BaliPure Purest Water Defenders. There you have it. Also, the starters on the screens for BaliPure. A lot of familiar names. See, we have Tots Carlos, rather. Ai Ganaban. And of course, si Grace Bombita, who top scored in their previous game. Tang Ponce, our Lady Falcon. Again, Motolite contra BaliPure. Set number 1 underway with a serve from Fen Emnas Guillema to Espiritu Emnas. Back set to Tots Carlos. Early point for Motolite. Both teams are coming off of impressive wins. Tough 5-set matches for both our squads. So they're running on momentum. You got Fen Emnas again serving for Motolite. Tobiera, Guillema, pupuntahan si Grace Bombita. That is outside. Puntos para sa Motolite. Off to a good start itong Motolite. You can tweet us at ABS-CBN Sports. Gamit ang hashtag na PVL2019. Again, Fen Emnas serving. Guillema will give it to Espiritu. Ball is kept alive. Molde to Tots. Opts for that drop ball. And it is good. 3 straight points for Motolite. Tots Carlos, currently the 3rd best scorer here in our open conference. Also top scored for Motolite in their previous game. Buhay pa rin ang bola. Emnas, another back set to Tots Carlos. Nandoon si Medina. They go to Grace Bombita. Straight to the net. A little too low. Another point for Motolite. Nice to see Fen Emnas starting for Motolite. She also did start in their previous game against the Angels. But aside from that, she only ever started once here in this conference. And great blocking being shown by Tots Carlos, doing everything she can right here for Motolite. Fen Emnas still continuing to serve. Wala pang puntos itong BaliPure here in set number 1. But Sati Espiritu changes that. Ends and stops that bleeding.
Serving for BaliPure.
Guillema will serve. Good serve. Flora will give it to Tots Carlos. Nandoon si Bermedio. And here come the BaliPure Purest Water Defenders. Trying to play catch-up here in the early stages of our set number 1 as we take a look at that one more time. That was a check ball. Guillema. Molde was there. Emnas will go to Burn Flora, who powers it through those blockers out of nowhere. Burn Flora serving. Tinaas si Medina. Back to Miracle May. Mendoza. Tobiera back to Mendoza. Tries again. Great save by Fen Emnas. Ponce. Pupuntahan si Molde. And that is an off-the-block attack. You gotta credit, Fen Emnas for chasing that ball. Continuing that play for Motolite. Flora will serve. Guillema to Grace Bombita. Much needed point for the Water Defenders. Bombita now serving, the team captain. Tots Carlos, a little too long, too strong. Puntos para sa BaliPure. It is now just a 3-point lead for Motolite, as Bombita will continue to serve for the blue shirts. Ponce. Imnas will give it up to Isa Molde. Back set. Nandoon si Fen again. A little joust at the net. Won by Motolite. Buhay pa rin ang bola. They go to Tots. Another drop ball, and that is good as we go to our first technical timeout of set number 1. At pupuntahan muna natin si Tours Daza para sa kanyang report. Go ahead, Tours.
Coach Romel Abella and his team have been on a 2-game winning streak, and he credits their success on the team's ability to control their nervousness. Because they're a young team, he said that it's normal for them to get nervous when they're facing veteran players or going up against people they watched on TV growing up. But he also told them not to worry about it and to not look at them as star players, but players just like them. He said if you didn't have the skills, you wouldn't be here, which is why he wants his team to carry this type of mentality, not just in one, but throughout all sets in the game. So can BaliPure push their win streak to 3? Let's find out. Back to you, Billy and Mosey.
Thank you so much, Tours. At yan ang aabangan natin. You know, BaliPure coming off a high.
Beba boys na?
Yes.
Hello.
You're here.
I'm
You're back. We missed you. In the...
Beba boys na. I can join them.
Ayan. So, kompleto na po ang ating broadcast. We would like to welcome again Mosey Ravena, who will be slicing the game for us today. So, what is happening to both our squads at this point, Mosey? Early predictions for this game?
You can see that Motolite is really playing as a team now, and you can see yung fluidity inside, especially on defense. But ang BaliPure, as always, sabi ko nga kanina, it's a roller coaster ride for them because you will see talaga sparks of brilliance in some of their games, especially to sa mga players nila, no, Tobiera and Bombita. But yun nga siguro, they just have to be consistent, and especially against teams like Motolite or yung mga nasa higher in our standings. So they have to keep it together also.
Nabanggit natin kanina, itong BaliPure, they're playing without pressure. They're here to learn. They're here to have fun. And Motolite, they really want to try to solidify their placement in that Final Four.
Well, kasi if you look at Motolite, look at their lineup, talagang solid rin yung lineup nila, Billy. So, it's but natural for may expectations ka talaga from them. And when you see all positions taken care of, diba?
As you were saying, medyo nagulat lang ako sa nangyari. Fen Emnas. And that was a great... Let's take a look at that one more time.
Well, if you watched her from her yung collegiate days niya, she really does that. Ano siya, attacking center, yeah. At galing pumalo,
Nakakagulat lang. We haven't seen that from her in quite a while.
Even her power tips, talagang when you see her do it, it's very strong. Malakas sa braso yung upper body ni Emnas. Pero deceiving when you see her.
When you see her, you know, she's not the tallest player on the court. But grabe, what a highlight from Fen Emnas here in today's game as we see a service error coming from Mendoza. Motolite now at 12, BaliPure at 6. Pretty comfortable lead here for Motolite. Much to the delight of Coach Godi Okobu. And you see Coach Romel Abella a while ago on your screens. And that is another ace. 34.
I know Fen Emnas, no? You know, in their first meeting, she wasn't used.
Yes.
Kaya talagang ito, kumbaga ngayon niya lang makakaharap ang BaliPure. So, kanina nga, diba, sabi nga niya, na-miss niya rin mag-set for the team.
And she did say she was very excited during that game against the Petrogas Angels. And things looking good for Motolite here in set number 1. A great hustle there by Motolite. Here comes Tots Carlos. But great, nandoon si Medina. Tinaas ang bola. Grace Bombita nagagalit na. Grace Bombita tries to stabilize things.
Tubiera asking for a check, but no go. The point goes to Motolite, and you like how that was played. Kasi talaga, kumbaga, sa Tagalog, birahan na
Yes.
palo. And finally, Motolite getting that point. Not enough spin on that attack by Tubiera. Guillema. Oh, Salamagos on the running. Hammering that one in.
That was a beautiful attack by Salamagos. Take a look at that. They try to stop that bleeding. Right now, BaliPure at 7, Motolite at 14. As Menchi Tubiera will serve for the blue shirts. Tang Ponce, Fen Imnas.
Talking about that power tip. Yun ang nagagawa ni Nas when she goes for hindi lang basta drop ball eh. You can see there's power, diba, behind that tip.
Proving to be a great addition to the starters of Motolite. Jess Maramos will serve. Guillema chases it. Will give it up to Bombita. Is blocked. Tubiera. Guillema to Mendoza. Great save by Isa Molde. Guillema to Bombita. Single block by Fen Imnas, doing everything she can for Motolite. Molde to Tots Carlos from the back. We got a rally going on here as they give it to Grace Bombita. Nagkakasagutan na. Mosey ang ating dalawang koponan.
That's right, and Bombita just drilling that one. Alam mo, si Fen Nas on this, before that, meron siyang solid single block. Diba? Pero sabi ni Bombita, hindi pwede yan. So, came up with another gigantic, powerful hit and getting the point as well.
The fans here at the Phil Oil Flying V Center in for a treat. Both our squads playing well kahit na medyo malaki na yung lamang nitong Motolite. You can see the hustle here sa BaliPure, Purest Water Defenders.
Net touch.
And that is a violation called on Emnas. A net touch violation. Puntos para sa BaliPure.
That's right. And you can see Bombita just, trying everything. Kahit medyo short na yung set, still went for the attack.
And that's what you want from her, especially as a team captain.
But this is what you do not want.
Exactly, yung mga error na ganon as we go to our second technical timeout of set number 1. We are back here at the Phil Oil Flying V Center. It is a Saturday, kaya nagsara naman yung mga fans, supporters of both our teams. Hulaan ko, naka-blue kanina, kaya sa Water Defenders.
Sino?
Ito hindi ko alam eh. Hindi ako sure. Tulungan mo nga ako kung sino yung cheer nila. But of course, syempre, Motolite faithful, mga friends,
and
family.
Oo, syempre, they're
all
here
ages
to watch. And it's a weekend,
yes.
Diba? So, what better way to spend your weekend than coming over here and watch competitive volleyball games.
And this is proving to be, quite the exciting matchup. Dahil sa lalakas ng mga palo ng ating dalawang kupunan. A little joust at the net. Play continues. They give it to Bern Flora. Nobody there for the Water Defenders.
Smart move there. Flora just seeing that big hole, donut hole, in the defense of BaliPure. Easy point for her. Look at her go.
No one there for the blue shirts. It's nice to see itong Motolite. They're all smiling on the court, just enjoying the game. It's a very fun atmosphere.
Well, something na si Coach John Abella naman on the other side. Lagi niya yan in the huddle. Lagi niya sinasabi to enjoy the game. And just try to, kumbaga kasi minsan pag relax ka, basta malakas pa nga yung palo mo diba? Kesa yung pagka
wala masyadong tension.
Oo. And that's what's happening now with BaliPure. You can see them, wala na nagsasmile masyado. Yes. But in reality, sila nga dapat yung low pressure.
Exactly. That's what we keep talking about. They're just here to have fun, here to learn. And lucky point for BaliPure. Another violation called on Motolite.
And for BaliPure, they just have to go at it. You know, every single attack point, try to just, kumbaga, play for themselves and just do your stuff. And bahala na kung ano mangyari on kung makaka-point or mabablock. Basta run the play well. Ganun lang ang dapat nilang isipin. Kumbaga, basic volleyball muna.
Espiritu is blocked. And Grace Bombita chases it as Permilio sends it to the other side. Fen Emnas will go to Ganaban. Denied.
Nicely done. Espiritu on the block. Like si Espiritu, we talked to her a while ago and sabi mo nga, number 4 in blocking. So yun yung advantage niya. Kumbaga yun muna yung mag-focus ka on,
Yes.
diba? Like the last play, she was able to do that and they were able to get the point.
You gotta focus on the strengths of their
Right.
team. As Fen Emnas will give it to Tots Carlos.
Focusing on your advantage, Tots Carlos. Again, getting another point after that 20-point output.
That 20-point explosion against the Petrogas Angels.
Sa akin kasi more importantly, where yung receptions and yung digs ni Tots
Yes.
in that match.
Emnas will go to Tots. This time, nandoon si Medina. They go to Mendoza. Fen Emnas. Grabe yung gising ni Fen Emnas sa araw na ito. Guillema to Espiritu is denied by Molde. Mendoza to Bird Flora. Here comes Isa. Wow, what a rally. Grace Bombita will try. Tang Ponce. Everyone doing their part. And the ball is still alive.
That's right. Credit the floor defense of both squads.
Yes. What great volleyball, you know, to watch on a Saturday afternoon. Unfortunately for Motolite,
Just the power behind that hit of Bombita sent that ball to almost our spot.
Sasali na din kami. Grabe, you know, we gotta commend both our teams. Impeccable floor defense we just watched. Siyempre, tuwag-tuwa yung mga fans natin na nanonood dito sa Phil Oil. But sabi mo nga kanina, yung mga unforced errors, yung mga service errors na yun, kailangan iwasan.
And the BaliPure has been coming up with those kinds of errors. Now, sila pa nga dapat yung hindi nila kailangan yan. And it's really something that they have to be mindful of.
As Dempiatura checks in. And easily a service ace off the bench for Jenny Dempiatura.
Alam mo yung tinatawag nilang magic bunot?
Siya na yun. Great service ace by Dempiatura as we go to a timeout called by Coach Romel Abella.
Kailangan natin, pinupuntusan, pinaghahirapan natin yung follow natin. Tapos biglang i-error natin na service, error tayo ng receive. Diba? Hindi tayo makaka-momentum kasi pagkatapos sa atin pumatay, magbibigay tayo ng puntos. Diba sabi sa inyo, huwag kayo magmadali. Yung service, ang tagal naman yan, 8 seconds naman yan. Ha? Tsaka kagagaling na natin sa matagal na rally, hindi pa hinga ka, kaya ka. Diba? Sige, kaya pa yan, kaya pa.
And there you have it, Coach Romel Abella trying to stop that momentum from the side of Motolite that they are collecting, they are sustaining here in this game, now at 20 and 13 in favor of the white shirts. But Sati Espiritu, unfortunately, that will be outside for our 4th best blocker in the league.
And she's proving also her worth to the team. And slowly, tingin ko, papasok din dyan yung offense niya eh. But ang laking tulong niya pagdating sa defense.
Correct.
Talk about Sati.
At sabi mo nga kanina, she's been steadily improving here in our conference. We got some substitutions. Peña will come in. And she is a service specialist for Coach Romel Abella. Siyempre si Fen Emnas. Kanina nakita nyo on your screens, stellar performance so far from her. Emnas to Tots Carlos. Ramos. Emnas will give it up to Isa Molde.
Isa Molde on that down the line hit. And well, again, just like Tots Carlos. Well, let's take a look at this once again. Oh, so parang lumagpas sa line. Nevertheless,
service by Tots.
That's right.
And she has a point, and that one for sure. With a good point for Motolite, as Coach Romel Abella again will call a timeout for BaliPure.
Tapos nila yung service. Hindi naman kargado. Diba? Simple. Oh. Ano gagawin natin? Dikit natin. Ha. Angat natin yung puntos natin. Ha? Ilang expire sa atin? Tatlo? Ha? Sino? Likod na ba ito?
So at this point, Coach Romel Abella just wants to keep it close coming into that second set para dali nila yung energy na nakuha nila in set number 1.
Well, in cases like this na yung lamang na lamang mga Motolite about to close out this set, parang tama ka dun eh. You just want that kahit konting string up some points and get that momentum, just a little bit of momentum going to the second set or to the next set.
Boost of confidence coming into that second set.
Mga two good plays, diba?
Guillema to Salamagos. A little too late there.
Motolite now.
Puts Motolite at set point.
Well, hindi sila nag-connect on the quick hit. Talking about Guillema and Salamagos.
Tots Carlos at the service line for Motolite. Again, they are at set point 24. Serving 14 to make that 15. Straight to the net.
There's always the risk of a jump serve. Ang hirap na nga yung consistent ka sa jump serve because it's very tiring. Pero first set pa lang tayo, so dapat hindi tired si Tots.
A lot of volleyball to play as Gual checks in for Guillema. Tots Carlos from the back row. Gual to Topiera is denied, but ball is kept alive. Fen Emnas to Jess Maramos is blocked by Menchi Topiera.
Well, Ramos opted to go for just a push, pero committed na yung tall blockers ng BaliPure. So, it was a bad decision right there. So, Topiera easily getting that last point.
Emnas to Isa Molde is denied. Tots Carlos again from the back row. Nandoon si Bombita. Gual to Salamagos. Emnas to Isa. And that will be it for set number 1. But again, commendable effort by BaliPure. They tried to, put in some energy in the last few plays.
Well, look at this.
That set.
Look at this last play by Isa Molde. It's the same spot where Burnt Flora also put her off-speed shot a while ago na wala ring nakakuha. So, kailangan address na yan ng BaliPure.
So, a few adjustments need to be made on the side of the water defenders as we return right here in the PVL 2019.